Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you very much for clicking on the link today, or however whatever started your process of playing this episode. Uh, as always, really appreciate your time. If you're new to the show as well, I appreciate you giving us a try. Today is really gonna probably be pretty short. Just kind of wanted to get on and really give some love and respect to the mothers out there. It's May 10th, 2020, which is Mother's Day today. So right off the bat, I want to say thank you very, very much and love you very, very much to my mother and to my wife. I really don't know how to even give justice to everything that both of you have done for me, other than just to say how much I appreciate you and how much I would not be here today if it wasn't for both of you in my life. So kind of wanted to get that out there, and just some thoughts around that kind of idea. Of course, I wanted to say that about my personal mom and wife, who are the mothers in my life, but just kind of encourage everybody out there to make sure that you take some time to thank your mothers, to let them know that you're thinking about them. You never really know what people are going through right now, or ever. I know there's some people out there that are listening that probably don't have the best relationships with their mothers. I know there's some people out there that have lost their mothers, and for those people, I really I feel for you, and I understand that this could be a hard time for you. I know there are some others out there that probably don't have the best relationship with their kids, and as well for you, it's a hard time as well. So, uh, for those of you that have lost your mothers, fortunate that my mom is still around, but I can't imagine a day like this how hard it would be, especially if it's a recent loss. So my heart goes out to you. I hope you have some good quality time, just kind of reflecting and paying honor to your mother. I know that loss it's really tough. Like I said, I've still got both my parents, thankfully, but I have lost two grandpas here within the past year or so. That has been pretty hard for me. So I understand. I just encourage you to take some time to kind of, just if you would are better off having some personal time just to work through some things. If you are somebody that likes to just talk about things, to find somebody to talk with and to get some things off your chest, just to kind of to stay on a at a good level. It's good to remember those we've lost. It's good to pay honor to them. It's good to spend time thinking about the good times, but just want to make sure we're doing that in a healthy way, and not allowing it to have any adverse effects with us. Anybody out there that's listening that kind of has I guess a difficult, complicated, however you want to put it, relationship with your mother, I I personally know I don't understand. I don't really know what you're going through, because I don't have that with my mom. But I am dealing with a lot of life situations with those I love that are in that spot. And so I get it. Just to be honest, my kids have kind of a difficult time with some different situations regarding that, and I've obviously seen the pain and all that it's caused them. So uh, if it's something that can be repaired, if it's something that can be overlooked, if it's something that can be forgiven, why not do it now? If it's something that, and I get, and why I'm being so careful there is because I also understand that there there's a lot of situations that it's just, you're past that point. You've given until you don't have anything else to give, or maybe it's a situation that you just have to stay away from. That's a boundary that you've had to set, and I understand that, and that's something that we try to teach our kids is it's okay to set boundaries to protect yourself. And so not trying to go against that, but if it is a situation that there is a little hope, if even if it's not, it's okay to take a little time, and maybe it's just between you and yourself. Maybe it's not involving the other party that may have caused unknown hurt or pain. I don't know what any of you are going through, but even if it's just taking a little bit of time to reflect and forgive them, and just kind of be at peace with yourself, it's a great time to do it, because we're not hurting anybody but ourselves when we're not forgiving people for whatever happened. So if there's something like that you're going through, I'm sorry. I feel for you. I hope that you have a great day. I hope that you can find a way to be okay with the situation, the relationship with your mother, and I just hope that things get better. Those two situations are very difficult any day, but then you add in what this day kind of stands for, and I get that it could be very, very heavy. So I feel for you, and please reach out to somebody that you can talk to if you need to. That's kind of another thing I wanted to address, is the more difficult situations like those two, but also just anybody that has good relationships with your mothers or your wives. I want to make sure that we're definitely discussing that. Yeah, my wife is not my mother, but she is a mother, and this is a very important day to her. I don't have to be told that, because I know how Father's Day feels for me. I've gone through a lot because I've taken that responsibility of being a father, and I know that she feels that same way. She has gone through a lot. She's dealt with a lot, and and she's done that because she has taken that responsibility of being a mother, and she's taken it very serious, and even beyond that, she is now taken on the responsibility of being a mother to stepkids, and when we were first together, she had taken it on for foster kids that she had no ties to at all, and so very, very thankful for that. I know she gets worn out a lot, and work and everything at home, kind of some things I've talked about here lately. I haven't probably given, uh, no probably to, I haven't given as much help as I should have here lately. And so, life is hard. Life is exhausting, and you got 7 kids, and yeah, there's a few that are old enough to have moved out now, but that doesn't take that stress and that worry away. I know she probably struggles inside with missing her kids, the grown kids that are gone, and I don't know if she's going to listen to this. She may listen to the podcast, she may not. We don't really talk about that much, just because I feel kind of awkward talking about it. But if if she is listening, I want to tell you that I love you very much. I'm so thankful and so blessed to have you, and so are my kids, and so are our kids. We try to stay away from the whole mine and your kids. We don't really even ever touch on that, but in this situation, I feel like it's definitely necessary to especially point out the fact that the kids that she has taken on, that she doesn't have to. She doesn't. There's lots of stepmothers out there, stepfathers out there that don't. I wouldn't say don't care, but they don't put into their stepchildren what they put into their own kids, and there's a definite split there. And so, I'm very fortunate, and we're all very fortunate that that's not the case, and just very thankful for what we have. And just fortunate as far as my mother goes. We're we're a ways apart now. We used to have a pretty close relationship. We used to kind of hang out quite a bit more when we lived really close, and I know that's been really hard on her, and I'm sorry for that. Just life has kind of taken us a ways apart. It's really enjoyable when she gets to come up to the farm and hang out. The kids love having her up there, and they love coming in and staying with her on times that we can do that too. And so, yeah, just really appreciate her as well. You know, I know she's been through a lot. She's struggled with quite a few health issues here in the past years, and so life hasn't been just a piece of cake for her either. And just really appreciate her strength and everything she's done for us and still does for us. But I kind of, just personally wanted to thank those in my life, but I wanted to also touch on just getting it out there that we as husbands need to really take the time to be thankful to our wives today. I am unfortunately working today. I'm on shift. I'm just once again kind of pulling into town early to do a little recording and get this out there so that I can get it done on Mother's Day. But I hate that, especially today. But I tried to really focus on her yesterday and do whatever she wanted to do for the day. Had a pretty pretty great day. We went out to a lake and did some hiking, and went and got some Italian ice, and just enjoyed a nice steak dinner last night at home, and just enjoyed being with her, and kind of, I don't know, just saying the same thing over and over again, but enjoyed that time. And that's really what it's all about. Just, it doesn't matter what you're doing, just enjoying it. And I I try to to let her know how much I appreciate her, but there's no way that you can ever really do enough. So those out there that are listening that aren't doing the best job of being appreciative, aren't doing the best job of being loving, please think about it. Please think about what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're showing love, how you're interpreting the love from her. You know, I don't know if any of you have read Five Love Languages, but I think that is an amazing book to kind of really understand those that we're married to or those that we're in relationships with. It's Gary Chapman, I believe, is who wrote it. Probably need to read it again because it's been quite a while since I've read it, but it's a very easy kind of just a easy way to think about things, I guess, is what I'm saying. You know, it's not something that you have to read several times to really get. It's just the theory behind it is very easy to kind of to pick up and grasp. And really, I'm not going to get into all the different love languages and what it means and all this. You know, it's a good thing to read and to get it on your own. But really, just what's behind it is we all feel loved in different ways. You know, how I feel loved is completely different than my wife. And where that comes into a even more important is when we're getting love back in return. And basically what I mean by that is, so say I feel loved by just time, like time with her makes me feel loved. Okay, so that's great for me, but time is not one of my wife's bigger love languages. You know, for her, acts of service is her main love language. So if I'm trying to love her by just spending time with her more, yeah, she might enjoy that. Yeah, it will mean something to her. Yes, she will feel some love. But if that's all I'm doing, it will uh, ultimately end up bad because that's not what truly speaks to her. You know, if I'm doing nothing around the house, but I'm devoting a lot of time to her when she's home, yeah, okay, that's good. I'm not saying that particular part you're giving is bad, but it's what you're not giving is what is speaking the most to her. And so for her, you know, like I said, acts of service is one of her love languages that is probably the top one. So for me, that's not very high on my list. So it doesn't come naturally to me. So what I have to do is I have to get outside of my box and I have to think about what is going to speak her language, not mine. You know, doing some dishes, doing some laundry, doing whatever. And again, like I've said over and over again in these podcasts, you know, when I speak of these things, I am not speaking out of expertise. If anything, the past couple shows have I've been very vocal about my downfalls and my shortcomings as far as being a husband and a dad and all that. So please don't think that I'm talking out of I've got it all figured out. I don't. I'm very far from it. I'm just trying to kind of share some lessons learned, share some good ideas, share some things that will be helpful. And so getting back to it, if I expect her to feel loved because I'm giving her the things that speak love to me, that's when we all get in trouble. That's when we really start building up frustration, building up resentment, because to me, I'm saying, I am giving you everything that I know to give you, everything that means so much to me, I'm giving to you. Why don't you feel loved? Well, because that doesn't mean as much to her. It doesn't mean as much to them. Your number one could be her number five, the very bottom. Like every other topic could be above that. And you could be doing in your mind every possible thing that you would want somebody to do to you to show you love, but it doesn't mean as much. It doesn't translate, I guess, is the best way that I could say it. So again, if you have not read that book, get the book. If you aren't a big reader, then get online and just, I'm sure it's easy just to see the 5 areas, to see kind of what they are, and a brief description. And like I said, it's so easy to really grasp it, that you can pick out, if you pay attention at all, you can pretty easily pick out what your spouse kind of puts at the top of her list. It's pretty self-explanatory. So just want to really, really try to get the husbands out there to really focus on how we're spending that time, how we're spending that energy, what we're doing to fill our wives' buckets. If this is a new concept for you, I think it's going to be so very helpful, and because it it makes a huge difference when you start thinking. It's like a mind shift of saying, okay, it doesn't matter what speaks to me, it matters what speaks to her, and that's what I have to focus on. And it's good for everybody to know that, but that's not, today especially, is not about what we're getting back. That's a conversation that can be had as you learn, and as you're doing better at this. But today, just want to really focus on what we can do for them. This is a day that is set aside for our mothers, a day that, usually church services are celebrating our mothers. Well, we're not doing that right now. I don't think churches are opened up still. I'm not going to get into all that again, because I don't want to talk about it, but we're still in all this shutdown and separation, and all this crap. And so nobody else is going to be celebrating them. So step up and celebrate your mothers. Step up and celebrate your wives. Make sure that you talk to your kids and just have them tell her how much they appreciate your wife. I know that that's kind of a big thing too. That's, you have older kids that have kind of moved on, and all that. And I hope that if that's the case for you, I hope that you hear from everybody. If you're a mother, I hope that this is as good of a day as you could possibly ask for. Again, I'm feeling really bad right now, because I'm sitting about to get into work, and my wife is home with all the kids. And so, there's a part of me that really feels bad for that. But I hope that I can kind of take up some of that responsibility through the year. We kind of talk about a few things every once in a while about people that just do flowers on birthdays, and flowers on anniversaries, or flowers on Valentine's Day, whatever. And those are the days that you get the appreciation and the love and all that. And it's not about that. It's about doing that every day, and it's about, spreading that out through the year. And so I hope that she feels that. I hope that my appreciation is kind of, it's not a single day event. I know that I could be doing better. Oh, everybody could be doing better about appreciation and love. And so, not to say that I'm satisfied with what I'm doing. I just hope that she knows that how much she means to me. So again, anybody out there that, if you haven't spent that time investing in your wives and your moms, take the time today and start today. It's just like, everybody talks about starting a diet or starting to work out. Why wait till Monday? Why wait till the first of the month? Why wait till the first of the year? Just today. Why not today? And especially with the topic we're discussing right now, today's the best day to do it. If we're looking for a day to start a new relationship with our wife, or to create a better relationship with our wives or mothers, today is the best day that we could ask for. So it's about all I have. I again want to kind of talk you into looking up the love languages. If that's something you haven't heard, especially, it's something you really, really should check into. I think it's gonna do it's gonna make a pretty big difference if you really put some time into it and some effort. So that's about all I got today. Thank you very much to all the mothers out there. I want to share my appreciation for you. Hopefully you have a very great day. Enjoy the day. Hopefully you get to spend some time with those that you love, and just have just an enjoyable day. So I appreciate your time. I want to hopefully look forward to talking to you all soon. And till then, stay safe. Take care of each other. Thank you.